How Voyager's Kez could make a Star Trek comeback, even without Jennifer Lien. The Star Trek universe has always been fertile ground for resurrections, retcons, and reinventions. From Spock's rebirth in the search for Spock to the Borg Queen's recurring appearances, Trek history shows that no character is ever truly gone. One such character who remains ripe for a return is Kez, the Ocampo with the extraordinary mental abilities from Star Trek, Voyager. Despite her unceremonious departure and the absence of actress Jennifer Lien from the franchise, Kez remains a compelling character whose story feels unfinished. In the age of multiverse storytelling and creative recasting, Star Trek has a unique opportunity to bring her back, even without Lien. The unfinished arc of Kez. Introduced as a key part of Voyager's early ensemble, Kez was a fascinating character. As an Ocampa, her species had a lifespan of only 9 years, a ticking clock that added inherent narrative drama. Gifted with telepathic abilities and an innate curiosity, Kez quickly became more than just Neelix's partner or the doctor's medical assistant. Over time, her mental powers evolved into something far more potent, bordering on godlike. By season 3, she had moved beyond the physical limitations of her species, suggesting enormous untapped potential. Her departure in season 4's The Gift, where she ascends to a higher plane of existence and hurls Voyager closer to the Alpha Quadrant, was abrupt and emotionally lacking. It didn't satisfy long-term fans who saw her arc as half-finished. While she reappeared briefly in season 6's Fury, now bitter and resentful, the episode felt like a betrayal of her gentle, curious nature. A proper Kez comeback could serve as both a redemption and a resurrection. A recast, if done right. Jennifer Lien's departure from the franchise came amid personal challenges, and although many fans would love to see her return, it seems unlikely. However, Star Trek has successfully recast major characters before. Think Anson Mount's Christopher Pike, Ethan Peck's Spock, or Celia Rose Gooding's Uhura. With the right actor and approach, a new Kez could honor the original while exploring new dimensions. In fact, recasting Kez opens up a broader canvas. We could meet a version of her who has aged mentally, but not physically, one who has seen Ian's unfold from her ascended perspective. The recast wouldn't be about erasing Lien's performance, but continuing a story that was unjustly paused. Imagine a scene where a rejuvenated Kez reappears in Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, or a Section 31 film, quietly observing humanity's evolution with the distant sadness of someone who once lived among mortals, but now exists beyond them. Time travel, multiverses, and higher beings. The new Trek shows, from Discovery to Picard, have embraced time travel, multiversal logic, and the transcendence of consciousness. In Discovery's 3rd and 4th seasons, we've seen species like the 10C communicate across dimensions. Lower Decks has embraced legacy characters with reverent humor. With Strange New Worlds and Prodigy exploring the timeline creatively, there's more room than ever for Kez to return as a non-linear, godlike entity observing the galaxy. Kez's transformation in The Gift essentially made her an energy-based being. There's precedent for these kinds of returns. The Traveler helped Wesley Crusher ascend. Cisco became a prophet. Kez could return to offer guidance, pose a moral challenge, or even save a future crew from destruction, an ethereal visitor with a personal stake in Starfleet's evolution. Her new perspective could provide fascinating conflict. Does she still long for companionship? Does she miss Voyager? Does she regret leaving? Kez in Star Trek, Prodigy, or animation. One of the most exciting places for Kez to reappear would be in Star Trek, Prodigy, which already blends legacy characters with new animation. Janeway's presence as both a hologram and in person sets the stage for callbacks to Voyager. Prodigy is aimed at a younger audience, yes, but it has shown surprising emotional maturity. It also opens up possibilities for Kez to appear in a form that doesn't require a physical actor. Voice acting could even allow Lien herself to return briefly, or another voice actor could pick up the role. A digital, projected Kez guiding a new generation of explorers would be poignant, especially if she appears to hologram Janeway. Such a moment could tie together threads left hanging from Voyager while providing a compelling vision of growth and legacy. A redemption story waiting to happen. One of the biggest reasons to bring back Kez is narrative justice. Her story deserves more than a rushed farewell and an episode that revealed her personality. Star Trek thrives when it dives deep into character exploration. With Kez, the writers have the chance to explore themes of identity, transformation, isolation, and the